All right, folks, here we are again on Possum Kingdom Farms. Old Buckeye Chad. We're fixing to move the old Jeep down here to where we got power for our welder. And so we're having to do this outside because my shed they used to work under here is gone now. Because we're going to put in a new shop right here beside the power pole. So this is going to be kind of working on the ground today, but we're going to get this steering knuckle that's broke on this old Jeep. We're going to get it welded up so I can keep my tar straight when I'm moving it around without having to try to pick it up on my tractor and get it moved around. But anyway, looky here. Here we are on Buckeye Farm, with Buckeye Chad on Possum Kingdom Farms, and our Buckeyes are about ready to harvest. Look there, they're beginning to crack open. But that'll be another one. My grandkids usually help me get the Buckeyes, and we give them out to people that when we're out somewhere and they say, "Hey, there's old Buckeye Chad," we'll give them a Buckeye. And most people suspicious is to carry them in their pocket for good luck. Well, there's Bandit. He thinks it's breakfast time. He'd eat 24 hours a day if he could. But anyway, we're going to get saddled up here on the old tractor, get up here and see if we can't get hooked up to this Jeep and get it moved down here where we can get this fixed. Their mama's even with him. Alright, we're about to pull up here to this thing, see if we can't get it chained to the bucket. We'll get off here and get us a chain, get it hooked up. It's kind of hard to do when you're filming yourself, but anyway, I think we got it around there where we can get her hooked up, kind of going a little bit. So we'll get set up here. All right, we'll see how this is going to work out here. So we'll get around here and get everything hooked up and moved. The scotch is moved, and we'll get her moved down here. All right, we've got her moved down here where we want it. We're gonna pull this front tire off of it so we can get in here and get that piece welded up, and then we'll be able to use the steering wheel to hold the tire straight when we move it, so we won't have to pick it up to try to move it. We can just move it around and pull it and steer it. So we'll be back with you in just a minute. Alrighty folks, we got the jack under it and got it all jacked up. We're going to get the lug bolts off of it here, the lug nuts, and get this tar pulled off where we can get in there to it. We've already got them loosened up because they had been on there for so long. I'm afraid they was real tight, so our bar is just almost not long enough to fit all the way in this big old thing. So them things about like moving a big truck tar around. They're huge, heavy. All right. Now then, we'll get around here where we can see this thing. And we're gonna get right in there. Just swung around here where we can see it. We're gonna get right in there and get that sucker welded up. Yeah. So we can use the steering wheel and move that sucker around without having to pick it up all the time. Anyway, we'll be right back with you when we get the rest of it hooked up here and ready to go. All right, folks, we're gonna do a little bit of grinding here. Get this thing cleaned up a little bit. So we can get a welding rod to stick to it a little. That'll be clean enough for what we want it to do for right now. That looks about like it right there. About as close as we're gonna get it. Alrighty. See if we can get this thing held up in place in here. Get her stuck a little bit. Well, I didn't have that stuck very good, did I? Anyway, we'll try that again. This old cast is hard to weld if you don't get it hot first. Up here where we can look at it this time. That looks a lot better. I believe we got her stuck on there at time. We're going to lay one right over the top of that one. Help it out a little. Considering the wind's blowing, ain't helping us a whole lot either. Now, see if we can get right down on the front of this thing. Build her up there. Pretty tight spot in there. a little longer rod I can reach here. Alright, here we go again. If I could see, touching it before it ever gets there. Oh yeah, we're closing that thing up now. That thing's noisy. Yeah, got a pretty good gap. We pull a piece out of it evidently there. And we'll burn us a healthy rod over the top of that. Wind ain't being very friendly to us today. That one looks a lot better. Good hard rod. Yeah, see if we can get in here. Ah, we got that filled in. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get up under there. Another little piece welded in there. It's the stickinest thing I ever seen. Looks like one more little pass there. sticking this thing. Alright, we about got her there. One more of these rods right here. Turn her down just a little. Alright, it don't look like much, but I believe I'd hold it. Had to get it where we can move it around in the yard anyway. Alright, we'll get back here and let that cool off a little bit. Put the tar back on where we can get this thing down here out of the way. Alrighty, we're gonna see if we can get this old big heavy tar back on here. We'll have it where we can move it around in the yard a little easier anyway. But I got about a halfway good weld on it, but enough to hold it together for what we want. Like I said, I got another steering knuckle to put on it whenever we start the process of getting it all fixed up. Oh, we can't get this sucker on there. if I can get them on my lug nut there. Alrighty, we got her back on there. Let her back down on the ground. Move that thing around a little bit. Let's see if it'll turn before we get it on the ground. Oh yeah. Then we can straighten it up here. The way that steering feels like that right there. I bet that thing was like trying to drive a water moccasin down the road. Anyhow, we've got them on there. Got them where they'll roll around the yard anyway. We got a lot of work to do now, but we're gonna get our garage built. And then we'll go to working on this thing a little bit more. Well, we've got a good comfortable place to work on it. So anyway, folks, appreciate you watching. I'm gonna show you another picture of this right in here. We got her all welded up, back in place. Got the tires where they're holding position. But anyhow, upcoming project here in the next few months. Like I said, we're going to get our garage built first. And then we're going to get stripping this old thing down, get the tub off of it. Get it off the frame, get the motor and transmission and all out of it. Get the new frame over here and get it painted up. Get what we need to do to it to get it in shape. And get everything transformed over to it. And we'll see if this thing won't drive someday or another. So anyway, folks, thanks again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you would. God bless everybody and have a good day.